According to the World Meteorological Organization's Greenhouse Gas Bulletin, in 2012, the concentration of greenhouse gas in the atmosphere broke all previous records. To tackle global warming as a result of greenhouse gas emissions, the Industrial Technology Research Institute of Taiwan and the Taiwan Cement Corporation have joined hands to construct Asia's first carbon capture plants.
So the news are not good news. The news are, if you look at the major greenhouse gases, in particular CO2, methane and nitrous oxide, for all these major greenhouse gases, the concentrations are reaching once again record levels.
According to the World Meteorological Organization, greenhouse gas concentration in the atmosphere has once again broken all previous records. Rapid economic growth has contributed to a rise in pollution. Is this what we want to leave behind for our next generation?
The cement industry produces a significant amount of waste, including CO2. In fact, it is considered as one of the primary producers of CO2. However, in the future, the situation may change. The pipes here collect all the emissions given off by the factory. This calcium looping system then captures about 90% of the CO2 released from the emissions.
How can we capture CO2 if we can see it and feel it? When a limestone is heated, it produces lime and a large amount of CO2. Therefore, by reversing the process, lime can be used as CO2 absorbent.
The emissions we collect from the second cement kiln will go through a carbonation furnace. Limestone is produced when lime reacts with CO2.
Other than extending the life cycle of lime and controlling raw material consumption, the most important thing is to increase the CO2 capture rate.
We have estimated that it can reach 95% and higher. We are only using oxygen in the calcination process, so we know there is only oxygen and carbon dioxide there.
In 2006, researchers of the ITRI started to develop a system to capture CO2 emissions. In July of this year, they decided to set up a small-scale CO2 capture plant at a cement factory.
这个是全世界最权威的水泥期刊，它这里面特别介绍，这是亚洲第一座。
There has been a global push to capture carbon dioxide emissions. Right now, it is about $25 per ton. In the future, we hope to decrease that cost to $10 per ton. When this technology has matured, it can be widely used for commercial interests.
In the future, a carbon tax might be applied. If the carbon tax is about $20 to $30 per ton, the system that can capture and bury CO2 emissions can earn a lot of money. It will be very profitable.
Other than capturing CO2, what else can this system do? Besides the calcium looping pilot plant, we see tubes growing algae.
This tube can directly use the CO2 captured by the system. For this one, however, the CO2 has to be treated first before use.
In the future, researchers will also add a CO2 liquefy system. To help slow the pace of global warming, researchers of ITRI will continue in their efforts to make such system as widely available as possible.